Create new world. Not what I meant to do. Creative. I don't know what difficulty we'll do, so we'll do normal for now. Starting map world type infinite. Let's do chords on. Invite only. Alright, so that should be good. Oh, now you have the option to create on a Realms server. That's cool. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting to... Is it gonna let me actually do this without it showing my password and stuff on stream? Because I do have a Microsoft account, I believe. Let me see if I can get my Microsoft account connected so we can make it as a realm. I don't actually remember my password, so this will be interesting. But this will also make it so that we can cross-play. Get sent a code to my email. Where's my email in my many tabs that I have open? Alright, it should be connected now. Nixie, stop. Stop it. Well, whatever. It decided to not let me connect because whatever. No, that's not what I'm trying to do. I want to create a new world. Which means I have to redo all the settings again. Ay, ay. Nixie, I swear to God. Stop. I don't have as much patience for Nixie's barking today because she has been barking non-stop all day. She woke me up in the middle of the morning. She woke me up in the middle of the night. She's just been constant barking. Nixie, I swear to God. Anyways, if I can ever get this finished, we should be having a multiplayer world set up. Invite only. Okay. So yeah, I have the option to make realms, but I don't have the ability to because my Microsoft account is supposedly connected to another PlayStation account already. Probably my old one on the PS3. Or something weird. Or I tried connecting it to my partner's account to try to give us Realms access and then realized we didn't have Realms access or something, so I don't know. But yeah, this is the start of a multiplayer world. I know it's a regular seed. I'd rather have a regular seed for exploration purposes and for builds and stuff, because I want to make some cool builds. Ooh, this would be really cool to make a build around. I could actually make a little axolotl cave. Anyways, yeah, so it is officially open. Oh, not what I meant to do. It is officially open. No one's online right now anyways, so... But if anyone wants to join, they can just let me know there. code. Let's make a little axolotl cave. Or not their code, their, they can add me on the PlayStation. Let's make a little axolotl cave. I'll make it magenta. The other thing the main reason I wanted to do creative was to have a little fun for once, and to, I need to do some testing for some decoration builds I want to do in the survival world. And then I need moss carpet, drip leaves. Oh, you can place the flower. That's cool. Azalea. Flowering azalea. Which we'll throw out here for now. Do the same with that. Hanging roots. Rooted dirt. And we can get some tropical fish spawned in as well. There it is. I was like, where the heck is it gonna be? Can we pick these up and they stay in our inventory, please? Yes. Okay. So let's make a little axolotl cavern here for fun. I'm very nervous that opening it up to multiplayer will mean a lot of our stuff gets grief, to be honest. I'm pretty used to playing with people that like to grief. It is kind of a common pattern I have noticed. Not really in the PlayStation in general, but like, I'm used to playing with my brothers, and one of my brothers would always grief pretty bad, and unless it was something like we particularly had a plan for, he'd usually grief, and even then he usually would get bored of it and grief. But I'm hoping this will be a nice little world. I don't know if anyone wants to join. I will actually probably make a video in a second to post on social media for that advertisement. Not what I meant to do. Trying to make this platform like nice size, but not huge, so that we have space so that the axolotls can still exist. But yeah, after I do this little base project, I'm probably going to actually work on, yeah, I figured that probably went into somewhere it shouldn't. I'll probably work on, some of the decorative builds I want to do in my world to kind of test them out and see what I can do with it. This is another one that turns into a cave, so we'll probably block it off right about here. That way we don't have any risk of anything escaping. I don't like the sound of breaking glass. There we go. Something like that, and we can put That's not gonna work. Can't it usually go higher? I guess not. That's odd. Something like that. And then we'll do some lanterns and actually, honestly, just sea lanterns. We'll tuck some sea lanterns away in the little corners to keep everything well lit. And some sea lanterns up here. I think sea lanterns just work better for this concept. Keep it a little more whimsical and fun. Except for, I guess we could have done like frog lights or something, but still. I want to keep taking it down a little bit more. And I want to use, like, mainly replacing this dirt with, I think, clay and moss, because that's kind of what the normal axolotl setup is. It'll keep it a little bit more like the original plan that there tends to be in these lush caves. Oh, I didn't mean to hit the horse. Let me make a video. Goodness gracious, I have to sneeze. Alright. Anyways, back to what I was doing. It's starting to get nighttime, so I can see how the lighting turns out. I'm gonna finish the roof to keep any mobs out. Something like this. I don't know why I chose magenta, I just thought it would look cool. Kinda works. I need to finish this though, so that it doesn't end up being a mob central down here. Because there are definitely mobs spawning everywhere. Alright, there we go. Let's add another soul lantern to light up this area. I think maybe we just flatten it out, to be honest. Like, flatten it all to the level that the water is. And then we can add dimension and depth by adding additional upper parts and lower parts. I hate how clicky this controller is sometimes for streaming. I'm sure it's probably quite annoying. It annoys me sometimes. The other thing I realized I keep forgetting to do is to add the pride flags on my jeez, my brain keeps pausing when I'm trying to focus. The library in my world is supposed to have its own little pride flag. This is kind of a little inclusive segment of it, and it doesn't. Because I keep forgetting to add them. Well, that's the other main thing I forgot, glowberries. Those are pretty important. This horse is not going to be here very much longer. He's kind of in the way, and he's also not a part of the clan. Alright, now I need some glowberries, which are probably in, I guess, this maybe? Yes. Guessed it right first try. These are gonna really add in the right integration that we need to make this appear like a genuine lush cave, because they are everywhere in lush caves. Now we need some water. And not a conduit, and clay blocks, wherever those will be. I'll probably go past them a few times before I realize they're here. Planks and wood. Wool. Concrete. There it is. Alright, so now we need to use clay to fill in this area. We pretty much need this whole area to be clay, to be honest, so let's just... because we can then add in some moss and stuff, but we need the base to be clay. Well, the chicken died and ended up cooked somehow. No, it's raw. Oh, he probably drowned. Yeah, the only way I can get that clicking to stop is if I very carefully hit it or I hold it down, and it really doesn't work that well. Because this is holding it down and it's much less efficient than me just spamming it. But me spamming it makes a lot of very loud clicking. Did I cover this? I didn't. Alright, let's fill it all in with clay. I'll try to make as little clicks as possible, but it's a little difficult. Mainly because the clicks are bothering me at this point. Most of these streams end up just being like ASMR of the controller sound, and not even nice ASMR at that. Anyways, it is Monday. I hope everyone's having a good day so far and a good start to their week. I am gonna murder this thing with my own fist. It needs to get out of here. I am sorry. Please die. I think it'll be the usual Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule for streaming. Pretty nervous about this week because I do have counseling tomorrow, or I'm supposed to, but I'm going to owe a lot to them if I don't get my insurance stuff figured out. My medical insurance is currently lapsed because I get insurance through the state, and I was always under it. My mom through the state for it, so I started trying to apply as an adult on my own, since she won't be having that state insurance much longer, and they requested proof documents that I don't have, and I didn't realize there was a deadline on said request, which meant that once the deadline ended, they just denied me instead of saying, hey, the deadline's here, you need to have that. And because they denied me, they removed me off of the one I already was on, or because they were in the process of approving me, or the process of me applying, they removed me off the one I was on through my mom, which still exists and still is valid, but I'm not underneath it anymore, and nobody notified me that I was removed off the one from my mom, and so, yeah, I don't have any medical insurance, which in the US is not nice. I had a simple primary care visit, and it was like $300, that I would not have at any point in my time right now. So I'm trying to figure that out before that becomes an issue. But in order to do so, I have to get a hold of the state, and the state's not very fun to get a hold of, since they're usually really difficult to actually get on the phone with. And when you do get on the phone with them, it's not often that helpful. So hopefully there'll be a solution to that. But because I don't have coverage, it means I also don't have coverage for other things like my counseling, and counseling and therapy is very expensive without insurance in this country. And yeah, my counselor actually emailed me last week that they went to bill me for the last appointment a couple weeks ago, and it was notifying that I didn't have any coverage. So, and of course they think it's just like a mistake, and they're like, oh, just send me information of updated coverage, please, or send me updated coverage information, please. And I'm like, I don't have any coverage. But sure, it's just a mistake, I swear. So yeah, that's gonna be a pain to figure out. And getting a hold of the state is not easy, and it's going to be me sitting on the phone on hold for ages just for someone to likely tell me they can't help me and transfer me to someone else, and then that person to tell me they can't help me, and then the endless cycle. So, I'm not looking forward to that. But I have to get it done at some point so that I don't have any issues with medical coverage, and because it might be possible for me to get the stuff that I got done for my doctor's appointment back covered. Possibly. Since when you get approved for that sort of stuff, you can ask them to back pay a certain amount of what you have of bills, especially if you've been in the process of trying to get approved during that entire time, which I have been. So, yeah, it's possible to get approved and then get them to pay off what was charged to me, but it's a little difficult and generally very unlikely. They're not often very good at actually keeping up with those promises of when they're supposed to do that sort of stuff, and it takes a while to get it to even cycle through the approval process to get that as a possibility, so who knows. Make this. Trying to just make kind of raised pools right now so that there's some added areas for them to explore and for me to put some tropical fish in for them. And because this is a pretty common part of the generation when it comes to lush areas, there tends to be these big kind of up and down areas. Carpeting in. And then I think this whole area here will start to turn into moss. Since it tends to be a pretty common part of the lush area, especially when it comes to the area that has azalea and stuff. Multiplayer kind of insinuates / requires that I actually have people to play with, and I don't, but I'm still gonna vibe here and talk with you guys and build some random stuff. Once I'm done with this, which won't take very long, I'll move on to working on some concepts I had for some builds for the survival world that I wanted to test out in a creative world first. We'll probably add some differentiation to the... That's not a word. We'll probably add some differences in the height and add some terraforming as well, where we have some added layers of height and change in this area. And then we'll get in some axolotls. Maybe we'll try to breed for one of the blue axolotls. So it'll be a nice little rare home. And then we'll have to name them so that they don't despawn. And name some of the fish so the fish don't despawn. And the fish will likely just be named fish, but at least they'll have a name so that they stay in this world a little longer for the axolotls to have. Just do something simple like this. There we have a little bit of growth. Scatter some carpets around. Start putting down some of this. And we'll need bone meal to start getting, well, I guess we could leave the glowberries to grow on their own. I was gonna say start getting glowberries to grow, but we can leave them to grow on their own. There we go. We've got a nice little oasis now. It's time to get our friends in here. We'll get some of these. We'll get name tags and an anvil. Oh yeah, we could have used frog lights. Those would have been really pretty actually. And I forgot they existed until after we started building. Name tags, name tags, name tags. Anvil. What's that? Disc fragments are a thing now? Huh. Interesting. A lot of this I didn't know existed. Name tags. There they are. I was gonna say, did I already go past that? I did not. Axolotl. Cod. Or is it tropical fish? What do you feed to breed them? thought it was cod when I know that they have tropical fish that exist in the things with them, in this area with them. Tropical fish. Alright. Let's add a couple sea lanterns here to make this a little better lit. Something like that. There we go. Anyways, we need name tags. I'm gonna get a few more. Because I want to separately name them. So let's do one as the fish and one for the axolotls. Like I said, I'm just naming the fish fish. I'll name the main axolotls just Lotl. And then we'll make one that's blue and we'll name it random. Alright, so let's spawn some tropical fish in. And then we need to name tag them. Make sure there's plenty of them for our Lotls. Although, even though blue axolotls are rare, do they actually occur with a spawn egg, or are they still, you have to breed for them? Curious. I don't know. Because you might be able to get them with a spawn egg in creative, since it might be just kind of like a normal thing. No, that's not what I meant to do. Oh, I'm sorry, you are destroying the entire ecosystem. Yikes. Oh, that sucks. I am kind of dumb. They already killed fish. I'm sorry, but you are not going to survive. Why is it just... well, I guess it's ended up in there. Ugh. I need my big drip leaves. Need to spam around some carpet again. And we need azaleas. And flowering azaleas. Good enough. Now I am dumb, and I didn't think of the fact that bucket means water is involved. So I need to actually do a spawn egg. And I think we're gonna do the spawning up on the surface, and then bring them down into here. So we'll have like some extra buckets, or one extra bucket, and then we'll have the spawn egg for an axolotl. would the axolotl spawning be? Right there. So let's go up here. Oh, it's nighttime. Oh well. Cover that up so that it's safe. We'll make a little glass box up here to spawn them and breed them in. I know it's ugly, we'll get rid of it after. There's some light over there, but I think it's just a, lava pool. So I can actually see in here. Alright. Oh yeah, I'm dumb. You can only make the same colored babies. Sorry. Alright, so let's do pink and brown, white and brown, yellow and brown, pink and yellow, still don't have a blue one yet. Alright, let's just... Can you possibly spawn a blue one? Probably not, huh? Considering I haven't seen a single one, probably not. Let's just spam breed a bunch of these guys. We're probably not going to find a blue axolotl, are we? Trying to kill off some of the adults so I can actually see. Do we have any baby blue ones? Doesn't look like it. Well, it looks like that experiment failed, and I really don't feel like killing the rest of them, honestly, so I'm just gonna leave them up there. So let's spawn some down in here. Let's do a white, a brown, a yellow, another yellow, and a pink. Actually, we'll probably do 2 of each. We need one more brown. Perfect. Alright, they should all be able to wander around and go after the little fishies. Yep, they're all going after the fish. They got their own little area. We made a little axolotl cave in this world. Now back to what I actually wanted to do. Is it still the old shortcut where you can... Oh, it isn't. That's kind of annoying. You used to be able to do square and you'd clear your... Oh, you can do it this way. Okay. I was gonna say, there used to be an easy shortcut to clear your hotbar where you could just hit square. But I guess that doesn't exist anymore, but at least now you can just kind of... Not what I meant to do. You can just kind of go into the creative inventory and just do that and they disappear. Frog spawn is a thing? That's kind of cool. Alright, we did it. We have a little axolotl cave. Ignore the axolotls up here. There's a lot of babies. And not one of them is blue. That might be something we do in the survival world, is do all the really heavy duty work to get a blue axolotl. What's a recovery compass? Interesting. Anyways, now I need to find some villager statue concepts, see what I can do with that. I'm not sure how I would make that, to be honest. Hey, puppy. What are you doing? Yeah, beautiful. Get off of the back of the couch. We've been over this a billion times now. Stop. Hey. Hey. Nixie. Lay down. No, lay down. No, Nixie. Stop chewing the couch. Anyways, it has to be done with things that are accessible to me in my regular world, so I'm thinking probably mostly wool. I mean, yeah, I could make concrete, but it'd be a pain in my butt. Let's try like brown wool, black wool for the parting of the thing, maybe some light gray and dark gray for his little like satchel. Maybe some oak planks for the, or like jungle planks for the satchel strap. And then I need something for the face, which is probably gonna have to be concrete or terracotta, because it has to be the right color. Yeah, it probably has to be plain terracotta. Then we'll do and then we need the eyes, which would just be white and green. Oh, that's concrete powder. I don't need concrete powder. Alright, so let's try this. Let's try doing something like I'm looking at other concepts as well of people that have done villager statues to try to get a concept of what might or might not work. Because I know I don't want it to be too big. This would be the base of the body, but then I'd also need the base for the feet. The feet would be this. So let's do the feet. Let's do 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 by 2. And they have like shoes, so like and we need the middle to be the dividing part of it. Is that the middle? Yes. Yeah, the back probably doesn't have the same one, obviously. And then we'll do, I don't know how tall we want to do it. Most of these aren't really the concept that I'm thinking of. They're like Easter Island based ideas, which isn't the worst, but it's not what I was thinking of. And I don't want to copy, I just need a base concept to think of. I guess we'll just kind of go up from here and see. And this is why I wanted to do this in creative, because once I do it in creative, it's a lot easier to just do it in survival instead of having to rely on being really unsure and trying to figure it all out little by little. What about that for height? That's still not high enough. Maybe like here for height. I'll attach the head first to see what it looks like, and if I think that'll be a good solution. Alright. Let's see how it looks with the head. The people that I've seen doing it for statues usually end up doing it like this, roughly. So how does that look? Definitely not high enough. So we need to fit arms. Where do we want to put like the satchel? Because the satchel is the thing that will be in the way of everything. And it kind of gives perspective on height-wise. Because the satchel's like a little bit up. It's like here-ish. Yeah, something like that for the satchel, which works fine. And then I guess we can do the arms. Like right about here being the connecting part. And the arms would be one, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. That would be the arms part of the statue. So I'm probably even scooching it down a little. I'm not sure. Maybe we could leave it like that. The arms go about, I'm thinking probably 4. I was thinking 3, but maybe 4. Out. 3 might look better though. I'll look at it from a distance. I'll probably do 3 out on one side and 4 out on the other and then judge it from that. I think 3 is better. And then we'll do kind of the angled upwards little by little to see how they connect. Might even do the body one thicker, to be honest. Connect it like this, I'm thinking. And then do something like this for the actual structure. The body's going to be quite thicker. The body's going to be about this thickness. So that it lines up properly with the arms. Which is fine. We can adjust for that. And that might make the feet look a little better too. I just got nervous about those creepers, but I forget they don't really care when you're in creative that much. Let's do the same thing over here. I don't dare back away yet because I know I'll want to change things. I really feel like it's too far out for the arms, to be honest. They're too big compared to my body setup. So what if I did it again? I should have looked at it sooner. I just was kind of annoyed too, because I knew I'd want to change things. Alright, let's do smaller. Let's do like this. And then bring it 2 past. Yeah, that looks already so much better. Line them up with the back, make the back be this instead of the one we just made it. Although honestly, even making it that should be fine. Like, yeah, they stick out a little, but shouldn't be the worst thing. And I'm mainly focused on the look it has on the front more so than the back. Yeah, I think that looks much better for arms. Not the best, but not the worst. Something like this. Connect these into the main part. Even make them like that to save a little time and energy. Yeah, that works fine. So let's do black up a little bit, and then probably do the ending of the collar since their body's pretty much like lined up to be this be the edge. Something like that. One thing's for sure, we'll have to get a lot of wool. Might even put the arms out one more on the edges. On the ends, I mean, because they still look a little bit misplaced. Now it's time for the head. Just filling in some of this so I can see how it looks. And because this will just be plain wool anyways. There's not much I can do for decoration for this part, besides speckling in some darker color, possibly. Yeah, this would have been a nightmare to try to figure out Owen's arrival. I would have been destroying and replacing so much. If I figure it out in creative, I can template it myself. And then I don't have to worry about it. And it'll be a lot less trial and error. And similar to the old statues I used to make, I'll probably make this be internally able to kind of walk around in. I used to do that a lot in creative mode, so I used to always have little extra areas to walk around and stuff after the fact, and to kind of have little secret hideouts and all that, so it's pretty likely I'll just make this into a little area you can walk into. That looks really good, I like that. Okay. Now we need to do the face somehow. We know we need the nose, and the nose hangs down. Probably make the nose like that. And then it'll be easy because we can just template it based off the nose. So, like, eyes. If that's where the nose will be. Oh, geez. Let's not make them cross-eyed. And then eyebrow. And then like that. And then there's about 1 pixel worth above it. Right now I'm just straight looking at a photo of the villager. Farmer villager. Yeah, we'll do this. And then I'm gonna make the hat, because this is going to be really cool. So this build that I'm building is going to be in the survival world as a decorative build. I think I'm going to put it on the mountain near the village farm, near the village area, or right around the castle wall somewhere. Either way, I'm going to put it somewhere very visible so that it kind of marks off the village area and so that it adds a little bit of decoration to the builds. And I wanted to do a farmer villager just because I like their hats, which is actually what I have open right now, so I have to also get some yellow stuff to make a hat with. Yellow and light brown to make a hat with. Let's do yellow wool and probably the jungle planks. So let's make the hat, because the hat's kind of cool. The hat's kind of frayed, so it's like that. Luckily it's all pretty circular, so we can do it like this. And then make it a flat.
The fact that we have bamboo in the survival world is going to make this build so much easier too, because we're going to have scaffolding, so we don't have to keep doing everything really carefully and adjusting where we're standing and stuff. We can just keep using scaffolding really easily, which will be nice. We do need more string to have a good supply of scaffolding, but that looks pretty decent of sizing. That's a phantom. That's about the middle one. That's the middle there. That's definitely not right. Let's do it like that. The hat's about the same size or a little bigger than the villager's head, so let's do it like one out from the villager's head, and then we can adjust the rim however we need to. I don't know how tall I want it to be. I'll do this structure and see. And I know the edge of it will be a different color, probably the jungle planks that we've been using for differentiated color. Probably even maybe a stripped log of some sort, because that'd be a smoother color. Let's do it one smaller of a box. Let's do it the same size as a villager head and see, because that still looks a little too big. That still looks a little too small though, is the problem. Ay ay ay. Maybe it's just height. It's a little closer. Now maybe doing some like bigger edges and a little bit less regular of edges, since that's how the actual farmer's hat is. something like this maybe? Yeah, that looks better. And we could do the corners gone to give it a little bit of depth. And I'll probably intersperse a bunch of stripped log into this, like stripped oak or something, into this to make it have not just the bright yellow. Yeah, I think that looks good. I like that. I think that's a really perfect little villager statue. It'll look really good in our world. I think it's good. Maybe without the extra backing to the arms. Yeah. Perfect. I like it. I think it turned out really good. And it ended up being something unique that's not on like any of the other forums and stuff I've been looking at, so that it ends up being its own creation and not something straight out of the tutorials or anything, which isn't a bad thing. It's just kind of what I wanted to do for my preferences' sakes. I think this will do a better color differentiation. I don't know why my brain wants to say differentiate for everything today. It's like the little kid that learns a new vocabulary word and puts it everywhere even though it doesn't make sense. That's what my brain is. Not even with new vocabulary words, just with the stems of the moment. Yeah, I like that. Alright. I think that's really good for a template, so I'm gonna have to... Jeez, holy mobs. I'm gonna have to, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm gonna have to, like, take a template down to write down all this so that I can, build this in the actual world. It could definitely be bigger and thicker of a build, but I think I like it smaller for our sake of being able to have supplies and for the sake of space and the look of it for the world. Maybe even like a yellow concrete or some sort of terracotta would look better for that, so it's not as bright. Yellow looks just as bright. Yellow terracotta actually looks like it might be... No, it's too orange. Like a paler yellow color. Doesn't look like there really will be one anywhere. You could probably intersperse white terracotta in it. No, it's too bright. Too obvious. Yeah, it looks like that's my only real viable option for it. Alright, so that's the village statue. Why is my phone not charging this whole time? It's been plugged in. So I made that. So let me write down some of the dimensions and stuff to have an idea of what I'm doing. Add another one and do, it's what, 6x2 base. 6x2 base, 1 dark gray, 1 light gray, 1 brown, and then we do an 8x4 body, brown and black. It goes up 3 before having the satchel. And then it goes up 1, 2, 3, 4 past the satchel. And the arms are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they go out 2. And then the rest I should be able to figure out because it's pretty easy. And a lot of it involves improvise, but I need to take a photo of the side of the arms so I know what I did for the setup there. And then I need to take a photo of the satchel so I know what I did there. And then I need to we'll do hat is the same as the head, and it's 4 high, and then the rim we can just kind of improvise on. There we go. Now I have that as a nice little way to have the statue when we play our survival world again. I hate this phone case. It's preventing my phone from actually charging. I think it turned out pretty good. Whoa, what is that? No, would you stop putting... Oh my lord. Swear to God. What is this? Mangrove door. That is really cool. I haven't used mangrove for doors yet. I haven't figured out what they look like. Those are really neat. That would have looked really cool for the witchy house, witchy area. Well, it is 2:45. It is about the time I normally get off. I usually get off at 3, but what I wanted to do was do some Etsy listings and stuff for some of my business stuff late today, so I think this is where I'll call it quits since no one's really around anyways, besides like viewing. I don't mind you guys viewing. I was just figuring we might have some friends to play with today, but that's alright. I'm not that worried about it. We made a nice little axolotl cave. We made a statue that we'll put into our survival world. Yeah, so that's all for today, I guess. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day and a good rest of your week. I will see you guys again on Wednesday. Thank you so much to everyone that has stopped by today. I hope you have a good rest of your day. I will see you guys next... Whoa. That's cool. What the heck? Random particle. Anyways, take care of yourselves, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!